Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 11 of Direwolf20's server play. Hanging out on Forgecraft2, we got a lot of people on today. Amnet's on, Mysterious Ages, Neptune, Soren, Benny. I know Rorax is poking around, King Lemming's in here, Jaded's in here, hanging out on TeamSpeak. How's everybody doing? Everybody answer
Hello.
once.
Hello.
Because that usually works out for the best.
Hello?
What is zipping around here? Oh, it's a little bunny.
Hello? Hello?
The heck, Mist?
Mist sounds just a little creepy. Not gonna lie.
Damn Navi filter? What was that?
No, that was definitely not Navi.
Well, today's episode is definitely going to be applied Enegistics based. So I hope you guys are excited for that because we've got a little bit that I want to get going with. I definitely need to do a lot of things. I want to, Soren, what do you think if we got a bit of our base situated, like our overworld base, maybe a little bit of organization? I think we should dig out a basement. You guys are crazy. And possibly start building up an AE system that hooks into all these chests. I don't want to completely disassemble the chests just yet, because I do want to kind of leave them the way they are, but I wouldn't mind an applied Enegistics system, kind of like that we can access all our stuff from one central location, and we'll leave all the chests here. And then eventually, as we get more and more resources, we will, just bring it all down into like an AE type system where it's all in a disk drive or something more compact. But for now, I definitely want to start working on this area. I've cleared out a lot of terrain because I want to basically move everything into an AE system. I need to get it out of barrels because we are really collecting a lot of junk in barrels. Like, look at how many stacks and stacks and stacks of saplings we have. So if I bump this into an AE network, then we'll probably be in better shape. And I think that's the plan for today. What do you think, Soren? Does that sound good to you?
Sure.
Also, mostly because I just wasn't thrilled with, like, how I basically had, like, items going into one barrel, but then the overflow is going into another set of barrels and all this other stuff. Are you on TeamSpeak, Benny? Soren and I and Amnet built the workshop for the most part. Amnet did all the decorative stuff. Too nice looking to be dire. Yeah, definitely too nice looking to be me. That is a fact, sir.
I set up the pattern, Benny, not Benny, M had set up the patterns on it. The
right.
Different blocks. I set the fractal patterns. But
Neptune said it's a perfect barrel setup.
yeah, dang.
Huzzah.
Here. Do you have a bow on you, Benny?
Huh? Oh, Benny. Alright, so, what do I want to do? I want to have a system out here that automatically maintains a small, like super small AE network that's basically designed to store all the stuff from the Steve's Carts tree farm, and then also make it available to the Ender chest. Because right now, obviously, we're keeping some things in there. Made some changes to the workshop, by the way, which I'll get to in just a moment. But first, I want to build this. So let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Thinking a controller, probably. And I'll probably want a generator to power the controller. So that has to probably touch into it somewhere. Yeah. I know I want to have it such that things are kind of connected a bit. Maybe I want to move this a little. Maybe I want the controller over here. Let's see. Interface. Generator. There's a tree that grew on me. That. And then I want an import bus into here. So this imports into the network. Okay. So that will basic import, no interface, remember, but it'll just pull everything directly into the AE network. Then I've got, I thought I made an ME chest. Didn't I make an ME chest? I guess I didn't. Soren, would you mind making me an ME chest real quick? I could have sworn I made one. You know what? I made the conversion matrix for it, and then I used it on something else. Yeah, my bad. Alright, well, while that's happening, I'm going to relocate these things. In the meantime, I should probably throw an extra couple pieces of wood in there, just to make sure that we have enough overflow of wood while I'm relocating all this design. Cool. Alright, so I'm thinking I'll put the ender chest here. And I want to have items there. And I have a couple more item translocators handy. This guy, you're allowed to accept charcoal. And see how it's auto-refilling the charcoal? I'll get to that part in a minute. So you can filter charcoal. I'll just tell it to keep as much as it possibly can fit. Go. Now the generator's running. Because the generator's running, it's supplying power to the AE network. Cool, right? By the way, I tested this with a couple different power possibilities. I tried like auto-smelting the wood that's coming in from the network here. Didn't work out. Trust me, this is probably the most efficient way to do this, just with the way I have things up and running at the moment. Alright, so once we get an ME chest, we should be in really good shape here. Yeah, I don't see why not. So for my ME interface, we'll get to that part in a minute. So we'll be back. You know what? While Soren's building me an ME chest, I'm going to show you guys the workshop changes that I made between episodes. Fancy. So we've got all our machines back here that you guys have seen, and I threw some overclockers around. So we've got a bunch of overclockers in a lot of the machines, especially the ore washing plant and the thermal centrifuge, and there's probably a couple laying around in the macerators as well. I upgraded everything to be on HV current because you definitely need high voltage current now. No longer can you have multiple packets of energy over one cable. So long story short, if you want to be able to run 7 overclockers, you need to have 2 transformer upgrades so that it can accept high voltage current. Solar boiler isn't making anything. Well, that doesn't sound good, Mr. Amnet. Down in the basement, added a few more engines. You can see none of them are running right now except for the first row. But as power needs demand, that'll happen. Also switch this from 3 fermenters and 1 still to 1 fermenter and 3 stills. I think that's probably the more efficient way to do things. I think I just had it backwards. We've got our steam turbine outputting energy. That's where all my EU is coming from. Yeah, and there's my setup. So charcoal going into here. See, that's where all the charcoal is coming from. Cool, right?
Cutter tool for the silicon things.
Yes, I have one. Where are you at? Are you a bunny?
Nope.
You are not a bunny. Are you Pahimar?
Oh yeah,
Totally.
I am indeed.
Alright, once we have that ME chest, then I will be right back, guys. And we're back. Got the ME chest, so now we're ready to actually start storing stuff. Probably just put this guy right. Doesn't really matter where I put it, honestly. I'm going to put him here. With this in here, and we should pretty much instantly start getting items, I would think. There it goes. Nice. I'm actually going to bump this guy up just to make this even better. I'm going to set him to...
Rox, I'm going to leave it up to you for that one. If you do go up the arm, maybe you stop. Like if you're looking at shame, somewhere around
Now we're talking.
4 pixels. You're like half the arm or less.
Yeah, I was thinking I would stop where I am now then.
Yeah.
Because if you position that correctly, that should be about where it stops.
Okay. There's a bunny in the workshop.
What the
Very, very quiet. I'm hunting bunny weapons.
Soren. Oh boy.
I am not Elmer Fudd. No.
I don't know, dude. You're not making a very convincing argument for not being Elmer Fudd, that is.
Question, does this steam boiler automatically fill up an adjacent, steam oven automatically fill up an adjacent steam boiler?
Yeah,
It does.
as long as it's touching the base of it. I actually wonder if it just pulls from an inventory.
Now we're talking. Nice. So that's compressing everything into a nice small AE system. And currently we're storing not too much storage, but we have to dump all this stuff in. So
It pulls from just any inventory.
yeah, that's going to be a few minutes of work. So I'll be back once I've transferred everything. Alright guys, so we've got everything added.
I feel like I'm going to fall in.
Looks like 6,000 wood, 12,000 saplings, and we're using about not that much storage. Awesome. This should be able to run for a while. Now, the cool thing about this system, by the way, guys, is that we won't have any overflow now. What will happen is the inventory here will eventually fill up, and then the chest will just kind of, or the cart will just kind of stop doing its thing. It'll just kind of be like, all right, I'm done with this, and hang out.
I'm finished with you.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's going to say. Now, let's get out of here before a creeper sneaks up on us.
Or the arrows come back down.
Did you find out if you kill yourself, Soren, that you get your own skin?
It says Soren was killed by Soren, but I did not get a skin.
Oh.
I was sad.
You should bug report that.
I should. Where is our tomb? Where are you going to find
Go tell him. Go up
Where is
into
it?
his room
There
and
he
tell
is.
him.
User left your channel.
He's actually going up to tell him, I think. Alright, so next stage, Soren, I want to, well, next stage, everybody, I guess. I want to clear out a basement here, and
User
then,
joined your channel.
oh, there's Soren, you're back. I'm going to build an AE system in our basement that I'm going to dig out right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to, like, we don't need all this stuff here anymore, I don't think. We can probably get rid of most of this, because we're not really using it, right?
Let me find out where I put my stuff before I die. That's diamond. I don't
Put
think my
these
stuff is in there.
things. That's a tinker's.
There it is.
That's cool. That's smooth stone. Organizing inventory. Don't mind me.
Fuck you, organized.
I kind of organize things at times. Sometimes.
Much better than I do, at least.
Probably. Alright, so what we'll do, guys, I want to clear out a basement, and then maybe start to organize this chest room, because now that we've done a pretty good job, I think, on the workshop, it's pretty functional at this point. There's probably a few things that could be added there, obviously, but long story short, I think we're in pretty good shape. You know what? We could probably move the Mistcraft linking books and stuff. Whose notebook is this that found all kinds of cool stuff? I guess Amnet?
Or Fusion, or whoever. Amnet, probably.
I'm going to vote that it's probably Amnet's.
Or Eku's, even. Who knows? Amnet?
You never know.
Amnet.
Yeah, I'm going to move all this
Okay.
stuff into the... that sounds like a good plan.
Well, he's future Amnet, so he's not here right now.
Oh, okay. Let us know when he
He'll
gets
be
back,
here
right?
soon, maybe.
Amnet, I'm just going to move our Mistcraft stuff into the workshop. Is that cool with you? I don't think it's a bad idea that we actually, like, do stuff. That we keep all our workshop stuff in the inventories and in the Mistcraft.
Yeah.
All the stuff should be here, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But words are failing.
Oh, that was uncool.
Well, thanks.
You're
You're uncool,
uncool.
too.
No, I'm
really?
referring to the cave spider ninja dropping on my head.
Oh, well, they do that.
That was the worst.
Whoa. That was some epic feedback.
The worst.
The worst ever. Alright, that looks pretty good. So, AE network time in our main base, Soren, and then once we have kind of a basic AE network going, then we can branch out and maybe even start auto mining. Because you know I hate to auto mine things until I at least have some kind of auto processing going. That's kind of the way I don't like things to work out.
No
Alright.
auto without auto?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Alright, I will... what do we want our access to this area to be? Maybe... Man, we got so much junk, Soren. We really do.
I'm fully aware.
Yeah. Maybe I'll put this... I'm going to move the brewing stand into the workshop, too.
This is essentially the birth of a Soren chest right in our house.
Our house is a Soren chest. That's exactly what it is. Like, the workshop is all nice and clean and organized and looks great. And then there's our house, which is a giant Soren chest.
Pretty much.
Alright, much organizing needs to be done here. I'm thinking maybe... Oh, hey there. There was a lot of stuff in that inventory. I will be back in a minute, guys. I'm thinking this corner is a perfect spot to start clearing out, and I've got just the tools for the job. 1 and 2.
Desorganizing the house.
Oh, there we go.
By the way, lightning. Oh, that's what I should do.
I'm back, guys. And I've got a basement. Cool. So I think my
Yeah,
AE system would be best served to be set up like right down here. I'm thinking this will be like an ore processing room as well as the AE network system. So let's put this together real quick. And then I'm going to rely on Soren to make it look nice.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's what's up. So I'm thinking for like a really basic power system, I can just go with like a couple of geothermals like this with the ender tank in the middle for lava. And then some glass fiber like, no, not there. Come back to me.
Back to me.
Probably like this. Maybe. I mean, I can always rearrange it later if I need to, but... Awesome. Wonder. Oh.
I haven't found
Kinda
it
works.
today.
Do you have a IC2 wrench or some bronze? Could you make me one real quick, buddy?
I have an electric wrench in my base dire if you want to go grab it.
Nah, I'm good. So that'll be, well, that might be power. We'll see. I might need to add to this later. What's that?
I was like for bronze.
There's a question.
Okay.
Ender chests, do we have any color allocations yet?
Probably, I'd assume the same as Forgecraft2. There's,
There a file somewhere that tells me what they are.
I believe there's a text file in the current instances folder, or
I'll see what I can do. Just a bit.
yes, in the Forgecraft1 current instance folder, there's an ender chest color.txt.
Uh-huh.
And it's also in
So-
Forgecraft2. Oh.
So I think if you just like add your colors to that, you should be okay.
Current
Thank you, sir.
instance is what?
Just Forgecraft2.
Ender chest color, there it is, yes.
Ta-da! Power. And any controller. Nice. Now for the fun part. I have some things. Let's get our crafting table ready. So all we need to do over here is get ourselves, and
This is where
you know what, this is probably a lot easier to do than with the data storage, so this is a really good middle of the road or mid-game mechanic here. I'm going to get 2 of you, and I'm going to get also, while I'm at it, an MA access terminal. Where are you at? Crafting terminal, crafting monitor, storage monitor. Where's the access terminal? There it is.
Okay.
Oh, short on glass.
I have 9 on me.
Alright, that'll do. Actually, if you want to get me like a stack, I think we have some in the chest upstairs.
Okay. Look at creepers getting hurt.
Well, that
Always
sounds
fine.
good. And then we want a storage bus. A pair of those. So, right now, my AE network has nothing in it. Cool. Search box mode auto search. Standard search. NEI synchronized auto search. Well, that sounds nifty. I want to check that out. Oh, that's neat. Have you seen this yet, Soren?
No, I went off to make glass. I'm coming back. It's a spider.
Oh, wow. That is awesome. I don't know the difference between auto and standard is, though. Alright, anyway. Got
Oh,
distracted.
auto is like you open up the GUI and you start typing. Standard
Oh.
is you
Oh,
click
okay.
it.
Have you seen the NEI integrated search?
I want the NEI integrated search right now.
Now I can search.
Very good.
There we go. Oh, he added a little bit fancier sparklies going into the pipes there. That's cool. And now, ta-da! I've got access to my stuff. I'm going to sort by number of items, and wow, we've got some stuff, Soren. So we don't have to go crazy crafting the many discs that we would need. We can use basic gold and iron chests for a while, and even upgrade to diamond chests, and then eventually we can add on disk drives to this thing, so we can kind of hook into everything we've got now, and then, you know, I think that looks pretty good, right?
No, you use storage busing everything.
I am.
Best thing ever, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it's insane how much like things cost.
I like
Who
storage
had
busing,
the-
actually. I'm building that myself right now.
Who had the boatloads of moss?
We did.
Do you need it?
All of
Can
it.
Can I borrow some?
Yeah.
Like, by borrow I mean take.
Yeah. Take.
Because pretty sure you're not going to get any back.
Do you think it's a bad thing that there's like a ton of water spilling over my geothermal generators and IC2 power?
Did you break the cover?
I might have broken the cover. We don't really need this water source in our house anymore, so I'm getting rid of it altogether.
Okay.
Oh, poor Benny.
Benny, you blew up.
Benny's like, oh, really? I hadn't known.
I know. I had to inform him.
That
I'm
sounded like an
answering
intervention.
sarcastically for him.
I'm fully
He
aware.
seems to have learned. Alright, so let me expand this, guys. I'm going to build a couple more AE things once I get up this ladder, and then we'll be back. Oh, did you get me sand? Or glass?
Indeed.
Oh, good. Alright, I'll
Oh,
just
boy.
steal that and make this real quick then. I was going to go get glass, but this works.
Even though you told me to go get glass. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, have any iron?
I do not.
Okay, well, you know what? Our AE system does. Hello, iron.
Iron.
Ha! Beautiful. Alright, storage bus.
Alright. Let's see what we can put in the AU system now.
And of course, like, top priority will be auto crafting. Swing and a miss. Alright, I think that's all the stuff that we've got organized. Now let's talk about how we really want this to be set up properly.
I lost track of Benny.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
He
there it
died.
is.
Remember that sarcastic little creeper death thing? I think I should have told you.
Interesting. Thanks,
You're down
buddy.
there.
You are my hero.
Not at all. Did you scare him with the creeper? Benny, kill him now. Kill him now.
That's awesome.
Hey, what are his coordinates?
I'm sorry. That was too funny.
I really want to sneak up on someone as a nitro creeper one day.
I did.
I
The problem
know.
is the hat stays.
Yeah, that's why you don't wear a hat.
No, I mean like you can't remove the hat. I couldn't remove the hat.
Alright, guys, we'll be
I'm
back
just not
once
wearing
I have everything I need and want. And we're back, guys.
Welcome.
Yes.
Ah, creeper.
Having fun over there, buddy?
Come here. Come here. You're staying up there.
Soren, you need to work on your not getting creepered.
I didn't blow up. I shot him away with the railroad.
Woot! It's working!
I'm being harassed by a skeleton. Oh god, get it away.
You need to work on your skeleton skills.
You can synchronize NEI searches. How awesome is that?
You can
I
what?
love it so much.
When you search in the AE system, it'll also search in your NEI. text
Oh,
box.
right.
It's
I heard about that.
Alright, Soren, you know what our next job should be? Make our house not be cobblestone.
Okay. Guess what we have for that?
Borax?
A couple gem.
I
There's
thought
actually,
you said
um,
not cobble.
There's
Alright, you
a
did?
barrel with 32 stacks of smooth stone brick over here.
Is there?
Yeah,
Okay.
right in the entryway. But for now, I'm going to facade this up so it looks nice. Cool. What do you think, Soren?
Facade.
This is where we'll have our stuff?
Oh, my whole stuff.
Access terminal and all that good stuff?
Facade, you could say.
So what I'm thinking, guys, is maybe 2 ME chests here and here, and these will be the 2 miscellaneous junk chests. Then I'll have the storage buses actually storing specific items in each of these chests here and over here. And what we'll do is we'll kind of make these the priority, the storage buses, over the ME chest. So basically what we'll say is we'll say, like, hey, you keep, like, you know, all kinds of metals in here, and all the metals will automatically be sorted into this chest. But it'll prioritize over the junk chests. And then as we build it out, as we start getting any items that become in trouble or whatever, we basically keep dumping into the system. Anything that lands in the ME chest that belongs in one of these chests can eventually be sorted appropriately using the storage bus. Cool, right? Accept only listed items. Reject listed items. Oh, that's neat. I didn't know he added that, but I like it. Wow, he's adding a lot of stuff to Applied Enegistics, isn't he? There's a little bug. I did get a power suit, and there's a little bit of a bug that's driving me nuts. Is anytime you try to run, it like really does this weird like zoom in thing, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's annoying to do inside. So I'm kind of waiting until that gets fixed before I start using my suit that much.
You
You can't disable the module?
You can, like I disabled it, and it's not doing it now, but...
Actually, what would be kind of interesting if you set your field of view to 100 and then tried that?
Why? Why?
Oh, Lord.
That
Yeah.
might just like warp your perspective too far.
I'll pass on whatever you just said to do.
Quake
If
Pro.
you do that, you end up having the view flip upside down at one point.
Really?
I
awesome.
want to do that
Yeah.
now. Can I try?
You can try whatever you want, Soren. I'm not following your
Interesting.
advice. Alright, so I'm going to designate one of these. We got so much junk we have to clean up. Alright, so between this episode and next, guys, I'm going to expand our AE system. Soren's going to make this house be not cobblestone everywhere. And I'm going to start having an ME chest and a couple other things.
So,
Then when we come back, I'll show you the whole priority system, the way all that's going to work, and then we might get started on auto processing down in the basement. So we'll have like you know, some macerators and all that good stuff to kind of automatically process all our ores. I think that sounds like a good plan. And then
Terrible plan, how dare you?
I know I'm terrible.
well, too bad.
Well, then what I can do is get auto quarrying going, and I have a couple ideas for that. And then, oh my, so much stuff to do, so little time. All right, we'll be right back.
Okay.
So with that, guys, I do think we've hit pretty close to the wrapping up point for the episode. For now, like I said, got to do a little bit of a cleanup. I definitely need a chest where I store AE stuff. This is Tinkers and Mist. Boy, oh boy.
You putting me in a chest, or I have a chest to myself?
Miscraft.
You have a chest to yourself, Mistcraft.
Cool.
Noob.
Oh, sad. I'm depressed now.
Good. Mission accomplished. Did you fix my thing, Soren? Outside?
Yeah,
Good. I was going to say.
I may have AFK'd, but you know, I still, you know, this
You fixed it, though?
is 32 stacks was the buffer.
What?
Coal, charcoal, whatever it was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what? Did it break my cart, too?
Yeah, I was actually
Oh,
really
my
considering when
goodness.
it blew up. I was like, it survives.
Why do you have a stick and spruce wood planks in the engine slot? You know what? I don't need to know.
It's fuel, and I didn't want any more.
Technically,
Congratulations,
it's fuel.
Dyer. Your cart has now become a mobile Soren chest.
It really has, hasn't it?
It's only 2 items. I could have put more in, but I thought it was best not to.
You know what? There we go. That's what I wanted to make. A tree tab.
Maybe you think, sword chests are actually that useful.
No, that's not at all what I was thinking. I was making a tree tab.
Well, somewhat the same if you carry the 2,
Terrible.
divide by 0, and then add 3.
Well, 2s are
What?
really heavy, so they're hard to carry.
Are you guys done yet?
No.
All right,
Do you
guys.
want the short answer to that?
Absolutely. We're at the wrapping up point for the episode. So, would have wrapped up a few minutes ago, but these guys, well, you know,
Alright.
they talk. All right, guys. So, Direwolf20 signing off, episode 11. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back next time to do more work on the AE system, get it all up and running. Then once we have storage, you know the deal. Plenty of good stuff to make. All right, guys. Take it easy.